Well, hello my darlings, and welcome back to our channel. I am so glad you are here. Today, on day 4 of Danie's Designs Craftmas in July 2019, we are going to be creating a whimsical centerpiece that is going to be sure to delight your guests of all ages. I sure hope you'll stay tuned. For this project, you will need some red glitter, some red and white acrylic paint. You will also need some dowels, which is going to make the stick of your lollipop. You will need 4 of these dry brick foams, as well as some ribbon. You will also need 1 pack of these round foam, 1 piece of felt, and of course, you will need some embellishment of your choosing. I will be using flowers, Christmas picks, and of course, some diamond wrap. And then finally, you will need some iridescent cellophane paper. Of course, you will need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting. The first thing we're going to do to prepare for our project is take our dowels and paint them in some white acrylic paint. For the purpose of time, I have already gone in and painted all of mine so that they could have dried, but you will want to make sure, of course, that all your painting happens as the very first step. The next thing you're going to do is take your round foam, find your center, and place a marker in the center of it. As you can see, I am using a pencil. Once you have done that, you are going to take any tool that you have, a blade, I would say, being very careful with the blade, or as you can see here, I'm using a pen just so I can etch out the pieces of my foam that I'm later going to paint in red and glitter to make the sections of my lollipop. And so as you see, I have done that. The next thing I'm going to do is paint every alternating section of that round foam with my red acrylic paint. And to do this, you're going to put just a small portion of paint on it, like I said, in every alternating section, and you're going to take your paintbrush and try as hard as you might not to go outside of those etchings that you have made. However, if you do, it is okay because we are going to be glittering these sections and the glitter will obscure any painting that has been done outside of the lines. So here it is. I'm filling in my second section using my red paint, and once I have finished painting both of those sections, and in the essence of time, I'm just going to skip ahead and show you how I glitter it. Now, we're not going to use any Mod Podge to add to this paint, but instead we're going to place our glitter directly on top of that paint, and you'd be surprised how well that glitter dries into the paint as the glitter dries into the styrofoam. And so I'm going to continue this process going all the way around on 2 of my foams as well as on the underside. While we wait on our styrofoam to dry, we are going to create the base we're going to use to secure our lollipops. And to do this, we're going to use 4 of our foam bricks, and we're going to adhere these together simply using our hot glue. So as you can see, I'm going in lengthways. I'm placing copious amounts of that hot glue between the 2 lengths of my foam, and then I'm going to join these 2 lengths together by placing some hot glue on the tops of my foams and then securing them together by applying some pressure and allowing them to set for a few moments. Now, in the essence of time, I'm going to show you in this same reel how I'm going to take a sheet of felt. I'm going to measure it very rudimentarily, measure it by folding it over, cutting out what I need, patching in the rest, and applying it to my piece with hot glue. Now that our base has been put together and the underneath of it lined with our felt, we are now going to cover the sides with this red ribbon. Now, ordinarily, because I'm working with green foam, I would use a solid ribbon to cover the sides of this foam. However, since we are making a Christmas centerpiece, the green, the little bits and pieces of green that are going to be showing through this ribbon is going to be perfectly okay. And so as you see, I have laid a foundation of hot glue and I am running this ribbon through the hot glue using my silicone glove to pat it down, making sure that that ribbon engages with the foam. I'm going to continue this process going all the way around. Here is our base that has been completely covered going around all the sides, and now I'm going to show you how we're going to finish and package our lollipop. Now, if you notice, I went ahead and in the essence of time, I placed some diamond wrap around the edges of that round foam simply by going in with a foundation of hot glue and running the diamond wrap through it. If you'd also notice, I have left a space. I have not closed that diamond wrap all the way around, and this is because that is where we're going to place our handle. Now, I'm also taking a piece of acrylic gem or an acrylic gem, and I'm placing right in the middle where I had my marker, and I'm going to allow these to set for just a few seconds. Now that we have accomplished all of that, it is simply now time to adhere our handle to our lollipop, and we're going to do this by placing a bead of hot glue right in the space where we want it to sit, and then we're going to push that dowel through and into our foam, and here you have what our lollipop looks like. Here we have a lollipop that has been completed, and the last thing we have to do now, of course, is wrap our lollipop in cellophane paper. Now, I'm using an iridescent cellophane paper, which to me is going to add to the glitz and the glam of this piece. And as you can see, all I did was wrapped this cellophane around my lollipop, tucking it in on the sides and gathering it on the stick. Now, because I am working backwards, I am having some difficulty putting the bow all the way to the top, which I will of course fix off camera. But once you have attached your bow or attach your ribbon, all you're going to have to do is make a bow, and voila, our lollipop has been completed. Now that we have finished wrapping all of our lollipops, and however, of course, many you choose to make is going to be entirely up to you, but I have chosen to work with 2 small ones and 1 large one, which is going to be the main focus of my centerpiece. And now we are ready, quite simply, to adhere our lollipops to our foundation. And to do this, all I'm going to do is add a foundation of hot glue to the base of that dowel, and I'm going to find my placement and stick it into my base, holding it for a while and allowing it to set into place. Once I have finished placing all of my lollipops, it is simply then going to be a matter of me taking any and all other embellishments and decorating this piece to fruition. Now, I am going to be using some white and red poinsettias, as well as 2 Christmas picks that I had from last year, and I'm simply going to use them to create a floral arrangement, making sure that I'm alternating my red and white poinsettias as much as I possibly can to enhance and pick up on the red and white theme of our piece. And so I am simply going to continue creating my flower arrangement, not pushing my flowers flat or all the way in. And I will, when I'm finished, clean this up and stage our centerpiece so that I can return to show you what our finished project looks like. And here you have it, my darlings, our whimsical lollipop Christmas centerpiece. Isn't this just grand? I think I would have to say that my favorite part of this project would have to be the iridescence of that cellophane paper that we used. And in as much as we used a silver or a white diamond wrap to accentuate the red and the white of our lollipop, covering it with that cellophane paper actually makes it pop or look even more beautiful than I thought it would. And of course, the camera simply does not do it justice. Tell me, if you were to create this centerpiece for your Christmas decor this year, what would you do with it? Would you make it for your home? Would you make it to give as a gift? Would you make it for an event? I would love to hear from you. My darlings, I think I would have to say that we have nailed yet another project. And so if you have found any value in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. To my Danie's darlings, I would like to say thank you as always and as usual for all of the love, the questions, the comments, the feedback, and especially the encouragement. Please know that none of it is wasted, and I appreciate each and every one of you. To those of you, however, who may not yet be Danie's darlings, we would like to humbly invite you to join our ever-growing community of DIYers as we learn from and craft with each other on a weekly basis. And if you do decide to subscribe, also be sure to go one step further and make sure that you have clicked the notification bell and selected all notifications so that you will be made aware whenever any of our videos have been published or whenever we go live as a community. And so, my darlings, before I leave you for today, for day number 4 of Danie's Designs Craftmas in July 2019, I am going to leave you with the motto to our channel, which is simply this. Say it with me if you know it. Why buy when you can DIY? And so, my darlings, my loves, until next time, I say to you, please, please, please take care of yourselves for me. Know that I love you all. Bye now.
If you are impressed with what you see, feel free to like and subscribe.